Hey guys, what is up? My name is Landon and welcome to the Jersey Zone. So today I'm going to be doing my Jersey history tier list on the Buffalo Sabres. Now if you guys haven't seen the other videos in the playlist here, I'm obviously going in alphabetical order. So if you guys want to check out the previous videos, I'll have the playlist link in the description down below. And then one quick thing I want to add as well is I'm going to have a new way of kind of ranking things in this video. Something that I probably should have been doing since the start of this series, but better late than never. So I'll show you guys that new way of ranking once I get into the tier list here. But speaking of that, let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start off with the jerseys they wore in their first year. They wore these from 1970 to 1978, and I do like these home jerseys a lot. I like the white ones a lot, but they kind of have improved on this jersey a little bit since that first year. So although I do really like this jersey, it is just going to go into the B tier for me. Like I said, they've made some improvements in the later years to this jersey, or at least the jerseys that look very, very close to it. So it isn't quite up into the A tier for me quite yet, but I do think it is still a fairly nice jersey. And then also with the same thing for the away jersey, the 1970 to 1978 away jersey, I should say. This one is also, once again, a fairly nice jersey, but I believe they've improved it in other years. So for me, it is also going to go into the B tier. We can move on to the 1983 to 1996 home and away jerseys. But before we talk about these jerseys, obviously I did skip a couple of years here. And in those years, there wasn't really a huge change to the jerseys. That's why I kind of skipped them. For example, in 1978, they kind of changed a little bit with these two jerseys. They basically just added a little bit more of a V-neck to these jerseys, and then they added shoulder patches to the jerseys as well, which were basically just the same shoulder patches as the main logo itself. And then in 1980, they went to a similar jersey to these. They just had a little bit thinner striping. But anyways, on to the 1983 to 1996 home jerseys. I do like these jerseys more than these previous ones, just because I do like the kind of darker blue. I think it is a little bit darker, at least that's how it shows on these pictures here, as well as the fact that I like the thicker stripes. I think those look a little bit nicer than the thinner ones, and I like shoulder patches as well. I usually like shoulder patches on jerseys. I just feel like it fills up the jersey a little bit more and it's a little something extra. In most cases, I prefer shoulder patches on jerseys. So these ones I'm also going to rank in the B tier, but I am going to rank them higher up than these last ones. And the same thing for the away jerseys as well. I like the darker blue a little bit more. And again, I just like the striping and the shoulder patches as well. So as you guys can see, my new way of ranking things is coming into play here. Everything that's going to be on the left side, the further left it is, it means that I like it a little bit more. So everything closer to the letter means that I like it a little bit more. So that's why I have these two jerseys ahead of these ones right there. Like I said, it's something that I probably should have implemented in my earlier videos, but either way, that's how I'm going to be ranking stuff now. So now you guys can kind of get a clearer picture of what jerseys I rank a little bit higher than the other ones, even if they're in the same tier. And now we're on to the 1996 to 2006 jerseys, the goat head jerseys, and I love these jerseys. I think they're awesome. They're super fun. I love the goat head. I think it is a great logo. I think it's a lot of fun. And even just the striping on these jerseys, it's really strange, but I like it. Like, it's really unique. It's really different. And I like that part a lot. I like the shoulder patch as well, how it's just the B with that one sword going through it. So with these home jerseys here, I'm going to rank them in the A tier. And with the away jerseys, I do like the black a little bit more than the white. I just think it does look a little bit nicer, although I do like the shoulder yoke on the white jersey. I think that's a neat addition that doesn't have it on the home jersey. But I just think the black works a little bit better, so I'm going to rank it just a hair above the white jersey or the home jersey. I just think it looks a little bit better, but I still like it a lot. And now we're on to the 2000 to 2006 third jersey. I love this jersey. The cross swords, the butter knives, whatever you want to call it. I really, really like this jersey a lot. I think the red looks super nice. I love the buffalo at the bottom as well. I know some people don't really like that, but I do. I think it is a nice addition. And then, of course, it has the goat head on the shoulders as well. And I'm going to rank this one still in A tier because of a jersey later on. I'm sure you guys know what jersey I'm already talking about. But I do really, really like this jersey a lot. It is going to be on the very, very high side of A tier. I'll talk about this jersey a little bit later on. Now, before we move on to the next jerseys, I'm sure you guys might have been able to see that I did have another jersey on here, but I decided to remove it. And the reason I did that is because it was the 2001 9/11 tribute jersey. I was kind of iffy on if I wanted to rank it or not, but as I was kind of doing it, it didn't really feel right. Kind of felt a little bit strange, so I decided not to rank it. I'll show the picture up on screen what it kind of looked like. It was pretty much just the Sabres jersey right here without the goat head and just the word mark New York. They wore it, I believe it was October 7th against the Rangers in New York. So like I said, I thought I could maybe rank it and ignore the context, but it still kind of felt weird. I didn't really like ranking it, so I decided not to include it here, but either way, they had that jersey as well. Now moving on to the 2006 to 2010 jerseys, we have the Buffalo Slug here, and I actually kind of like the Buffa Slug, not gonna lie. It's a dumb logo, it's stupid, but like I have said previously, I like dumb logos. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a different looking jersey, like I said. The striping is really, really strange as well. Like the striping that comes down on the side is very, very strange. The striping on the arm is unique as well. Like I think it's a really fun jersey. Like I said, kind of stupid, but I do like it. I think I like the home jersey just a little bit more. So I'm going to put the home jersey in the A tier. It's going to be at the end of the A tier. And then with the away jersey, I'm going to throw it right between these two jerseys right here. I do like the home jersey a little bit more. I like the navy. I think the navy looks a little bit nicer than the white does, but they are very different jerseys, and I do kind of like them a decent amount, so that's where I'm going to put them there for now. And another thing before we move on is there was a 2006-2007 alternate jersey, but it was the exact same jersey as this 1983 away jersey, this blue one right here. The only thing that was different, it was obviously the branding itself once again, and they also added the front numbers, which they also added on the Buffa Slug as well. So that was the only thing that was different about that. Once again, didn't feel like I needed to include it just because of the fact that it was so similar to this 1983 jersey. And now we move on to the 2008 to 2010 third jerseys. And these jerseys here also do become their home jersey in 2010. And they kept that jersey as their home jersey all the way up until 2017. So they kept it for quite a while here. But I'm honestly just not really a huge fan of these jerseys. I'm not sure what it is, but I just like the lighter blue a little bit more with the Sabres. I'm not a huge fan of the navy jerseys. So I am going to actually put this into the C tier. I really just think it's the color itself. That's really basically it. Other than that, I do think it's a decent looking jersey, but I'm really just not a huge fan of the navy colors for the Buffalo Sabres. And now we're on to the 2008 Winter Classic jersey. Now this jersey technically is the exact same as their 1983 jersey. The reason I wanted to include this one though is because it is a specialty jersey. It's not an alternate jersey, and I feel like that is just a little bit of a different kind of story. So with their Winter Classic, I do like the Reebok version just a little bit more. Maybe it's just because of the fact that I'm used to Reebok, so that's maybe why I like it a little bit more. But for me, it does squeak into the A tier. Like I said, these two jerseys are pretty high up, or I should say these three jerseys are pretty high up on my B tier. But for me, the 2008 Winter Classic jersey does push into the A tier. And then we're on to their 2010 to 2017 away jerseys. I like these jerseys just a little bit more just because of the fact that it isn't all navy. I don't mind the navy shoulder yoke, so I do like these a little bit more. They're going to be in the B tier for me, but it is a low side of the B tier. It's not very high up. It's definitely kind of squeaking on that B tier to C tier line. And now we're on to their 2010 to 2012 third jerseys. These were also their 40th anniversary jerseys as well, and I'm kind of iffy on these jerseys. I don't love the word mark. If you guys have watched the previous videos in this series, you would know I'm not a fan of word marks. I usually don't like them. I do like the logo that's underneath the word mark though. That's a little bit different. I like the striping on these jerseys as well. It's a lot of striping, but I do think it's a little bit neat, and I really, really do like the customization on this jersey. It's very, very different as well. So overall, I'm kind of just iffy on this jersey, and that's why I'm going to put it right in the middle of B tier. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. It's just kind of, there's stuff that I like about it and stuff that I don't like, and so overall, it just comes to me, and it just ends up being just okay for me, so that's why it's in the middle of B tier. And then we're on to the 2013 to 2015 third jerseys, probably the worst jerseys in the NHL. Just, these jerseys are awful. These are just, I definitely do not like these jerseys at all. There is really nothing about these jerseys that I like. I hate the yellow. I think it's really, really gross as a main kind of color. I don't like the customization either. I don't like how it's gray on a navy background. It makes it really, really hard to read. And also the navy itself is strange because it kind of comes over on the shoulders and then it's just a full kind of thing on the back here. It makes it look like a cape. So it's just all strange. It's very, very weird. And I am just not a fan of this jersey at all. So I'm throwing it into the D tier, and it's a very low D tier as well. It is not very high. I'm not really a huge fan of this jersey at all. And now we're on to the Adidas jerseys, the 2017 to 2020 home jerseys. Once again, I'm just not really a huge fan of the navy, but I will say, and I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, I like these ones more than the Reebok jersey. And I like it because of the collar, which is weird because I usually don't like the Adidas collar, but the kind of neck right here on these navy jerseys specifically, it kind of looks like a dead fish, and I think that's really, really funny to me, so I kind of like it a little bit. So I'm going to throw these ones just ahead of the Reebok ones. They're not super far ahead, but the dead fish kind of collar just makes me laugh a little bit, so I like it a little bit more. And the same thing for the away jersey as well. Usually don't like the Adidas collars more, but that dead fish kind of thing just makes me laugh, so I like it slightly more. And now we're on to the 2018 Winter Classic jersey. I like this jersey a lot. I think it's really, really nice. It's kind of like a better version of their 2008 Winter Classic jersey, in my opinion. I like this one just a little bit more. I'm not quite sure where I want to rank it, though. I think I'm going to put it right behind the Goat Head jerseys, just ahead of the Buffalo Slug. I like this jersey. I think it's nice, but I do think the Goat Head jerseys are just a little bit more fun. But I do think it's still a very, very nice jersey. These ones are quite high in the A tier, but for me, it's just a little bit behind them, but it's still really, really nice. And then we're on to the 2019 50th anniversary jerseys. I love these jerseys. These jerseys are absolutely amazing. They look so, so nice in person. If you guys have not seen these jerseys in person, you have to. They look so, so nice. The detail on the Buffalo is just amazing. It looks so good. The gold is super, super nice. I wasn't really a huge fan of these jerseys when they first came out, but after seeing them in person, it completely changed my mind. I was in love with them. I had to buy one, and I did eventually get one. I love these jerseys. They're going into the S tier for me. They are absolutely fantastic. And then we have their new home and away jerseys that started in the 2020 to 2021 season. And I also like these jerseys a lot. I think the home jersey is really, really nice. I'm putting it into the S tier. I think it is absolutely fantastic. Once again, they kept the detail on the Buffalo that they had in the 2019 50th anniversary jersey, which I really, really like that they did that because I think that edition is just absolutely massive. It looks really, really nice. The one kind of thing that I'm not really too sure if I'm sold on these Buffalo home jerseys is there's a little white stripe on the bottom of the top stripe in these jerseys and then the top of the bottom stripe. I hope you guys kind of get what I'm saying. You might be able to see it on the picture that I'm putting up, but there's a very, very small white stripe. I'm not quite sure if I like it. I didn't really love it when I saw the pictures of it when they first released the jerseys, but when I saw some people unbox the jersey, I kind of liked it a little bit more, so I'm not quite sure where I sit on it. I haven't seen the jerseys in person, so I'm not really quite too sure how much I like it or not, but overall, I still like the jersey a lot. I still think it's absolutely fantastic. And then with their away jerseys, I think they are really, really nice as well. I'm going to put them just above the home jerseys. I think they're super, super nice. I don't think they quite beat out that 50th anniversary jersey, but I still love them a lot. I absolutely love what the Sabres have done recently with their jerseys. And speaking of that, onto their reverse retro jersey, the jersey that I'm wearing right now. And once again, it's going to go into the S tier for me. Now, where do I want to put it? I think I'm going to put it right behind the away jersey. I do think it is absolutely fantastic. I love it a lot. I like it just a little bit better than the red jersey. Once again, like I said, these kind of jerseys are very high on my A tier. They don't quite reach the S tier. If it wasn't for the new reverse retro, I would probably have this red jersey in the S tier, but with the reverse retro, I think I like the blue a little bit more than the red. Don't really know why. Maybe it's just because of the fact that I kind of think of the Buffalo Sabres more as a blue than a red team. Maybe that's kind of why, but either way, I love these new jerseys that they've released. So there you go. There's my jersey history for the Buffalo Sabres. Overall, they have a pretty high ranking. They do have some kind of lower tier ones, but overall, I do like their jersey history quite a bit, especially as you guys can see, their recent ones. I absolutely love what they've done recently. I think they've got some of the nicest jerseys in the league right now. I like them a lot. So overall, it's a pretty positive ranking for the Buffalo Sabres. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe for more jersey history tier lists. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter at the Jersey Zone YT on Instagram and at the Jersey Zone on Twitter. Links are in the description down below. Like I said, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.